It's time for the MotoAmerica AMA North American Road Race Championship. It's round 3 of 8 for 2026 for Talent Cup in the road to MotoGP from Barber Motorsports Park here in Birmingham, Alabama during a MotoAmerica Superbikes at Barber race weekend. And we are so excited to get race action going as we have lined up race number 1 on deck and a new track record for our pole sitter and so much to talk about before this race gets going. Jay, a 1:34.475 pole position, new track record, and almost a full second ahead of Matsudaira.
Then you got Sam Drain there, and Page, Betancourt, and Fraley will be there on rounding out row number 2. A little further back, we're going to be looking at Frankfield, Sanchez, Lafayette, Herb, Bandit Sanders, and Bourdreau, just outside of row 4. Going to have Colton Schaefer back there on row 5.
Revs are up and away we go. Now down the hill into turn number 1. It looks like Gauker got a good launch, and that's not what this field wanted to see. But Matsudaira right behind him on the yellow and white machine.
And you're 100% right. This is where I think Matsudaira, he's got to take a shot real early, try to break up any momentum that Gauker might have. Or he's going to get in behind him and really find out where he's losing this time, because Gauker's had his own way. You see now as they come down into turn 5 for the first time, Matsudaira does take the lead. Gauker's trying to turn it back up underneath, and he does that. He's able to get it back up underneath him.
And talking with Matsudaira, that's exactly what we talked about. He didn't want to happen. He was going to take his shot on lap 1 if he was close enough, but it was the turning underneath situation. And now for Kensei, your points leader, he's off the track because he lost position. We'll be able to see if he's able to gather it back up. So out to the edge, and he's able to keep it upright. He was dirt tracking in Ventura, California not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, Jay, and obviously those skills paid off. So now all of a sudden, Gauker out front all by himself, the 19.
But we've talked about it in the past, and Drain has a problem now. Sam Drain, arm up back there. He's got a big problem. So far for Gauker, this has worked out perfect. The pressure that he's put on these other riders based off of his lap times this weekend have caused the mistake that you saw from Kensei there. He lost a couple spots. Drain was able to get by him before this mechanical, unfortunately, has happened for Drain. That Estenson bike is coming to a stop, Greg, over there, but this is going to promote a couple other riders up. I'm just going to be trying to carve through people. And these two guys here, they were almost a full second quicker than the battle for 4th, which is Derek Sanchez, and now Sawyer Lafayette, who has made his way into that top 5 as well.
So far this season, of the 4 races we've had in the Talent Cup Championship, we've seen
to the road to MotoGP exactly for its intended purposes. So, you know, he's chipping away at it slowly but surely. I talked to him a little bit about this weekend. He said he's fighting chatter in turn 2 and turn 2. Looks like we have a rider down.
As the number 10, Ian Fraley, gets a little contact with the rider in front of him and takes a wild ride into the gravel trap. Of course, there's a rule about being actively participating in case a red flag comes out, but what this does too for Kensei Matsudaira, championship points leader, he's already up to 7th place last time by the stripe as we continue to watch the battle for 2nd place with your 55, Jake Page, and your number 99, Nate. Within his grasp, if he can keep it clean, here this race could prove pivotal in terms of the points he's able to gather. If he's able to get this group reeled back in, which he's right there right now, and able to get by these riders, it's going to be a heap of points for the number 74 rider out of California. And I'll tell you what, he's Team Roberts. That's Kenny Roberts. He's here, he comes to the races, and he watches this young talent get after it. And here goes the 74, trying to advance another position down into turn 1. Side by side they go. Matsudaira on the 74 on the Team Roberts bike will get another position back.
Yeah, gets by Sawyer Lafayette there and down into turn 1. Now he's going to try to get a 2-for-1 maybe here. If he can get in the draft of both these bikes in front, pull out to the left, Greg, as you see him do. And he's going to try to get both of them, and he's going to do that as he goes down the inside of Derek Sanchez. I don't think they're going to be able to turn it back underneath him. His drive might suffer a little bit. Now he's telling these guys, just follow me, but we'll see how that goes. We know how these kids can be. He knows that there's somebody back there, and Kenzie's going to get a good run out of this next fast right. Let's see if he drafts through on Nathan going down into this next left-hander. You can see, Greg, here it comes. He's going to duck down to the left, make that pass clean.
Nice up the inside for the 74. That's for 3rd place and an extra 3 points. So Gauker still with a hefty lead, nearly 6 seconds over Page. Although those two riders, so a 36.3 for this rider as he takes the white flag. So 1 lap to go, and he goes 36.7. And we have another rider with an issue, the 17 of Bandit Landers. So Bandit has got a problem on her real steel Honda machine. And of course, the younger sister of the famed Rocco Landers, multi-time MotoAmerica champ. So she went down. You can see the windscreen cracks and the right handlebar bent. Yeah. So last lap for the number 19 of Nathan Gauker. So Gauker has had the exact race he wanted. The situation was for your championship points leader, Kensei Matsudaira. He threw a shot at him, was able to get ahead of him down into Charlotte's Web. But Gauker able to turn it right up underneath him and then start to streak away from there. So this final lap of the race, it's Gauker, Page up. There's, oh yeah, that's the Bandit, the incident we were talking about. Not able to get going again. But this rider, a lonely race for Gauker.
Kind of wonder how much he had left in the tank if he needed it, Greg, because Nathan just ran a perfect race. 35.7, his fastest. And he's lived in the 36s, even the low 36s. But Kensei 35.6, so these two tomorrow could get mixing it back up and get it closer. But man, you can't say enough about this guy. Comes here all the weekend with big expectations, gets pole position, new lap record, and is on his way to winning the first race.
And so for the 19 of the quarterly racing machine, it's going to be on to the front straightaway, and the team celebrates, and he bookends the first 5 races of the season with wins. And in second place, and his best result so far this season, the Australian Jake Page. And to the line will come Kensei Matsudaira, who at the end of the day, running off the racetrack, Jason, and saving it. He only lost himself 9 seconds from the lead, but third place. And then Nathan Betancourt, the Massachusetts resident, gets his best result of the season with 13 points and a 4th place finish. Reese Frankenfield, top 5. For that young rider from Indiana, Lafayette Sanchez, your top 7. 0.7 seconds. Wow, what a margin of victory. Great race for Jake Page. Put himself in a great position. Matsudaira still on top. Now only 5 points separates Gauker and Matsudaira, and Jake Page 37 points back in third place.